again, no recipe required, and not enough people are doing sauces at home, simple sauces. So I'm going to teach you how to do one today. We're going to do a pan sauce. This is what I'd call my mushroom and Marsala sauce, but what I really want you to pay attention to here is the technique. I'm actually cooking chicken breast tonight, but you can do the sauce for steak, for pork, for chicken, for lamb, for whatever. You use the same techniques. You're going to use the pan drippings off whatever meat you're cooking. A little bit of Marsala wine, a little bit of chicken stock, and of course some mushrooms. Packs a bunch of flavor, really easy to do. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes or so of total time, and instead of serving a dry piece of steak or chicken or whatever, you got this beautiful sauce for it. So let's go ahead, let's show you how easy it is. Alright, let's go ahead and start on our mushroom sauce. I got a pan here over medium heat. Now when I make this sauce, I typically like to cook my mushrooms ahead of time, but there's no reason you have to. You can certainly start off with raw mushrooms and make the sauce just a little more, I don't know, fresh or light, I guess, with the raw ones. But I'm going to cook these down for about 20 minutes or so, a little bit of salt in the pan until the mushrooms lose most of their flavor and concentrate their flavor. Alright, so the beauty of this mushroom sauce is you can do it with just about any kind of food you want. I'm doing mine with a little bit of stuffed chicken. You can go ahead and find the recipe for that on my site. But once you got the pan or your meat cooked, you got little brown bits. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of onion and garlic, and for an herb, I'm using thyme. Now again, beauty is, if you like thyme, go ahead and use thyme. If you have rosemary, you can use rosemary, oregano, all kinds of ingredients there. And I'm just going to, this was in the oven, I took it out of the oven, I'm going to put it over medium heat, and just let those onions saute a little bit, and we're going to activate those essential oils and the thyme, let all those flavors release, and let the onion and garlic soften for just a minute or two. You don't want to burn those brown bits, and then we're going to come back and deglaze the pan. Alright, so I let those veggies, their onion and garlic, all just soften up a little bit. I'm going to add a touch of wine, and the pan is going to sizzle. Now, this is another, again, very optional. I used a little Marsala wine, which is going to end up giving the sauce a little bit of sweetness. If you want to use white wine, you can use white wine. If you want to use red wine, you can use red wine. You can use sherry, you can use port, kind of whatever you got on hand. And then just use that wooden spoon to scrape up all those brown bits of whatever you cooked, in this case, chicken. And you can see kind of the pan, all that brown is clear, right? And, oops, I just spilled a bunch. It's all in that flavor. All that flavor is now in with the wine. We're going to let this reduce down by about half, and then we're going to add a little chicken stock. Alright, so most of that wine that I put in there is now reduced. All those flavors are concentrated. You do this to get rid of the kind of that winey, alcohol-y flavor in the wine. And I add some chicken stock. It's about as much wine as I put in, maybe a touch more. And I'm just going to let that, again, come up to temperature. I'm not really adding salt and pepper right now because I want to season at the end, because I'm not really sure how much salt was in the pan. I don't want my sauce to be overly salty. So I'm going to reduce this down once more by half. Alright, so here now we've got kind of a basic pan sauce. We're going to finish it with two things. One, our mushrooms that we cooked off earlier. Now if you wanted to do raw mushrooms, if you hadn't had time to do the mushrooms, I would have gone ahead and added the raw mushrooms when I added the garlic and the onions, and just let those cook down a little bit in the pan first. And we're going to warm those through. And once we do that for about a minute, I'm going to come back and add some butter to the pan. Alright, so now that our mushrooms are heated up, we're just going to finish the sauce with, about a tablespoon and a half of butter. We'll kill the heat or put it all the way on low. And you just stir that butter in. If it's too thick on you, the butter's going to actually add some moisture to it, but it's going to give that sauce a nice kind of glossy texture, a little bit thicker. And you can always add a little bit more stock if you need more liquid in the pan. This I might add just a touch more butter to, but that's about it. And then we're going to be good to go. Alright, so I've got my chicken sliced up. It's a little stuffed chicken breast. I've got our sauce here, which has that nice silky texture. And I'm actually not going to put a whole lot right on the chicken. I'm going to instead kind of drizzle it around. Let you dip your chicken in there as you eat. And we are good to go with this beautiful mushroom marsala sauce. Super easy to make. Chicken, pork, steak, whatever you want. And I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video useful, entertaining, spectacular, all those wonderful things. And frankly, in the future, I hope you find it delicious when you make this sauce. It's really easy to do. I hope you absolutely do. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe because I'm putting new videos up every single week. And you're going to find things like this stuffed chicken breast that I made here. Go ahead, here's my link once more to it. Check it out. I think it's absolutely spectacular. And you know what goes awesome with this sauce as well is pork chops. Check out a couple of my pork chop recipes along with this sauce. Beautifully roasted, all put together. Your friends, your family, your kids, everybody's going to love it. So check it out, and I will see you next time on No Recipe Required.